In the last session we discussed how to calculate the median if you have given a group data. Now in this session we are going to learn how to represent this median on a graph. For that you need to know about the less cumulative frequency and the greater cumulative frequency. With the help of the example we are going to learn that one. See, directly we are going to solve the exercise. So in that we are going to learn about the less cumulative frequency and the greater cumulative frequency. Now here, before that, suppose if you have given any class intervals, let us suppose the class intervals as 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and 30 to 40. Let us consider the class intervals like this and let us suppose consider the frequencies. Here, consider this one as 2, 6, 5, 4, 12. Let us consider the frequencies like this. If you want to calculate the less cumulative frequency values, so you know that what is meant by the cumulative frequency. We have discussed while calculating the median. What is meant by the cumulative frequency? If you are adding the sum of the preceding frequencies, you will get the cumulative frequency. In case of the less cumulative frequency, while calculating the greater cumulative frequency, just you need to follow the same procedure, but there is only one. You need to remember here, while calculating the less cumulative frequencies, you need to add from top to bottom, and while calculating the greater cumulative frequencies, we need to add from the bottom to top. Let us see here. So here, write 2 as it is. While calculating the median, we have calculated the cumulative frequencies, that is nothing but less cumulative frequency. So here, just you need to add these two values. What will get? 6 plus 2, which is 8, and after that add 8 plus 5, which is 13, and 13 plus 4, 17, 17 plus 12, which gives you here 29. So here, while calculating the less cumulative frequencies, we are adding from the top to bottom, right? So here, while calculating the greater cumulative frequency, just write 12 as it is. And we need to add from bottom to top. That means you need to add 12 plus 4. What is the value of 12 plus 4? Which is 16, and 16 plus 5. 16 plus 5, which is 21, and after that 21 plus 6, which is 27. 27 plus 2, which is 29. Here you can observe that these two values are same. Why? Because how you get the cumulative frequency values? You know that after adding all these frequencies you will get 29. That will be the last value here, because what we are doing, we are adding all these frequencies, preceding frequencies, so that you are getting the cumulative frequency. Here also we are doing the same thing. We are adding all these frequencies, but we are going from here bottom to top. While adding from bottom to top, we are getting greater cumulative frequencies, and while adding from top to bottom, we are getting here less cumulative frequencies. This is the difference between the less cumulative frequency and the greater cumulative frequency. That means if you have given any class intervals and any frequencies, how do you calculate the less cumulative frequency values? Just you need to add from top to bottom, and while calculating the greater cumulative frequency values, we need to add from the bottom to top. That means just adding the sum of the frequencies we are doing like this. So here you need to know now less cumulative frequency curve and the greater cumulative frequency curve. If you have given a graph, how do you represent these curves on a graph? For that reason, you want to know what is the value of the x-axis and what is the value of the y-axis. To represent less cumulative frequency curve, you need to take upper limits on the x-axis and less cumulative frequency values on the y-axis. For what? For less cumulative frequency curve. For less cumulative frequency curve, you need to take like this. So here I am writing one more column, less cumulative frequency values or coordinates, anything you can call it here. So if you want to represent less cumulative frequency on a graph, you need to take upper limits on an x-axis. What is the upper limits? You know that these are the upper limits and these are the lower limits. These upper limits you need to take on the x-axis. So here 10, 20, and after that 30. So sorry, 0, 10, 20, 30. you need to represent on a graph so that you will get the less cumulative frequency curve. So if you want to represent on the graph the less cumulative frequency curve, you need to take upper limits on the x-axis and less cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Now see about the greater cumulative frequency curve. If you want to represent greater cumulative frequency curve on a graph, you need to take here the lower limits on the x-axis. On x-axis you need to take the lower limits. On the y-axis you need to take the greater cumulative frequency values. If you want to draw the greater cumulative frequency curve, so here write it here greater cumulative frequency values. For that you need to take on the x-axis the lower limits. What are the lower limits here? 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. So write it here 0, 10, 20, 30 and 40. And after that on the y-axis you need to represent the greater cumulative frequency values. What are those? 29, 27. So 29, 27, 21, 16 and 12. These are the values. So like this you need to represent on a graph. Before that you need to calculate the points. So by this process you will calculate. So what are the given here? They will give the classic intervals and they will give the frequencies. And while calculating the less cumulative frequencies you need to go from the top to the bottom. And while calculating the greater cumulative frequency values you need to go from the bottom to top. And if you want to know about the coordinates, how to represent, so less cumulative frequency curve values, what are those? You need to take the upper limits on the x-axis and less cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Similarly for greater cumulative frequency curve, you need to take lower limits on the x-axis and the greater cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Now let us take some So before we do some example to understand how to take the values. So if you want to represent this on a graph, so you know that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, right? And the intersection point we call it as an horizon, right? So here you need to check if you want to represent less cumulative frequencies on a graph. So here what are the x-axis points? 10, 20, 30 and 40 and 50. So here also 0, 10, 20, 10. So you can take here the each unit as 10 centimeters, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Right? This is x-axis. And after that you can check it here on the y-axis what are the values are there, which is 2, 8, 13 and what is the greater number, which is 29. So you can take here each unit as 5 units. So here let us take here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, let us consider these values like this. If you want to represent this one on a graph, how do you represent? Before doing that one, you need to write the scale. Scale is very important to know that. Scale. How do you represent on x-axis? 1 centimeter is equal to, how many units we could keep here? 10 units. And similarly on y-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. So the scale is very important while drawing the graph. Since here the space is not sufficient, I am rubbing this one. So while drawing the graph, you need to write the scale. What I have written before like that. So if you want to represent less cumulative frequency values on the graph, here what is the x-axis point here? 10. So you need to go for the 10, and after that on the y-axis what is there here? 2. You need to go for the 2. Here you can observe that so many persons has this doubt. Here each unit are divided into 10 parts in a graph. You can observe that like this it will be there 1, 2, 3, 4 and after that the fifth one will be some 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that they will be. On the x-axis or y-axis also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. what is the value we cannot know, but here you can observe that it is divided into 10 equal parts. If you want to know here the length of this one, what we need to do, you need to divide with 10. Here 10 is there, so if you divide 10 with 10, what you will get? You will get 1. So here you can check it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Similarly 11, 12, 13, 14 like that. Here one line indicates here that 1. So here similarly if you want to find the length of this one, what we need to do? We need to divide 5 with 10, because these are how many parts are there? Total 10 parts are there. If you want to calculate each part length, what we need to do? We need to divide with 10. What is the value of 5 by 10? Which is nothing but 0.5. That means each part here which is 0.5. So this is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5 like that. So suppose if you have given the each unit length as 2, what we need to do? You need to divide 2 with 10, so that you will get here 0.2, and you can check it here 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2 like that. Since here based on the values we took the value here as 5, like that you need to check it here. So here what is the x value here, which is 10, this is 10, right? And after that what is the y point here, which is 2. So here where is 2, you can check it here. This is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. So here you will get. Exactly I am not drawing because it is not a graph. Like this it will be there. So here the next one, which is 28. So where is 20? Here 20. And similarly you can check it here 8, it will come nearly like this. You can calculate 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.7, 7.5 like that. And after that 30, 30. This is 30, and where will be 30? In between 10 and 15 you count it. Just I am putting here. It will be here 30. Right? And after that 40 and 17, 40, where should be the 17? Somewhere here, right? So 40, 17. And after that 50, 29, 50, where should be the 29? Somewhere here. So 50, 29. Now you need to join each point if you want to draw the less cumulative frequency value. So this is nothing but the less cumulative frequency value and less cumulative frequency curve. If you want to draw here less cumulative frequency curve, you need to take upper limits on the x-axis and the less cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. And in the exam, suppose they will ask find the median without calculating by using the formula. How do you calculate? Here, you know that here, this is nothing but the value of n, right? Because after adding the sum of the frequencies, we got it here the value of n, which is nothing but the number of observations here as 29. Here, check the value of n by 2. What is the value of 29 by 2? Here, 2 ones are 2, and after that 2 fours are 8. 1 will be there, which is 14.5. So here, you need to check on the y-axis where is 14.5. So here you can observe that this is 10. 14.5 will be there. 14.5, after that you will get 50. Now, you need to draw one parallel line like this. And where it touches this curve, and at that point you need to draw one more parallel line like this. And where it touches the graph on the x-axis, this will be the value of the median. Without calculating by using the formula, you can directly find the median by using the graph like this. So here how do you calculate the median? First you need to check the n value, which is the number of observations. This you will get by adding the sum of the frequencies. Just before we have calculated, we got the value as n is equal to 29. Now you need to check the value of n by 2, which is 14.5. And where it is located on the y-axis, you need to check it here. This is y-axis, right? And you know that 14.5 will be located somewhere here. And at that point, draw a line parallel to the x-axis, and you reach the point on the curve where it touches the curve. At that point, you need to draw one more line parallel to the y-axis. And here you can observe that this point touches on the x-axis at this point. Where it touches on the x-axis, that will be the median value. Like this, you can calculate the median without using the formula. Now here let us check here for the greater cumulative frequency curve. I am drawing in the same graph. So here for the greater cumulative frequency curve, you need to take here lower limits on the x-axis and the greater cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. Here 0 and 29. 0 here is there and 29 it should be somewhere here, right? This is 29. And after that next one 10 and 27. Here 10 is there, 27 it should be here somewhere, 20 and 27. So just by estimation I am drawing here, this is not the exact graph, 20 and 21. The next one which is 20 and here the 21. 21 somewhere it will be located here, right? And after that 30, 16. Here 30 and where is 16 here, right? So 30 and 16. And after that here 40 and 12. 40 and where is 12? So here if you want to represent the greater cumulative frequencies, you need to join these values here. So after joining these values you will get a graph like this. So again if you want to find the median from this graph, the same process, you need to calculate the value of n by 2 and draw the line, and where it touches it will be the value of the median. The same thing what we have done before for the less cumulative frequency, the same procedure you need to follow here. But here in the exams, if suppose they ask in the same graph, draw less ogive curve and the greater ogive curve and find the median. If suppose they ask like this, then you need to draw the less ogive curve and the greater ogive curve. This is the less ogive curve, right? And this is the greater ogive curve. And you can observe that after drawing these two curves are intersecting at one point, right? At that point, draw the line parallel to the y-axis. If you draw the line parallel to the y-axis, where it touches, that should be the value of the median. Before also we have solved, so the same point we have got it here. If you remember, while calculating the less cumulative frequency graph, we have shown it here, we have drawn a line parallel to this one and this one, we got the same point which is the value of the median. Here also, while if they ask in the exams, draw less ogive curve and greater ogive curve, based on that find the calculate the median. If they ask like that, then you need to draw the less ogive curve and you need to draw the greater ogive curve, and these two curves intersect at one point. At that point, draw a line parallel to the y-axis and it touches the x-axis at one point. This should be the value of the median. Like this you can calculate or you can represent this median on a graph. So this is about the graphs, how to represent the median on a graph. Now see the next one. So what we have discussed up to so far, if you have given a class intervals and if you have given a frequency, so first you need to calculate the less cumulative frequency. For calculating the less cumulative frequencies, what we need to, you need to go from the top to the bottom, and for calculating the greater cumulative frequencies, you need to go from the bottom to top. And for the less ogive curve, you need to take upper limits on the x-axis and similarly less cumulative frequency values on the y-axis. And for the greater ogive curve, you need to take lower limits on the x-axis and the greater cumulative frequencies on the y-axis. And if you represent both these graphs on a curve where it intersects, that will be the value of the median. From this session is completed. Based on this, we are going to solve the next exercise.